our superintendent, Mr. Meredith, came to us and said, hey, if I had a whole bunch of money, what would your wishes be? And we had just come back from a conference, and there was an Anatomage table there. And we were like, well, we'd like to have one Anatomage table. And he came back later and he said, why is that your wish? I mean, I told you to reach for the stars. So from that, he got us 2 Anatomage tables, an Alpha table, 3 Promethean boards, and a wall. And that was because he had all this extra COVID money. And so from that point on, we're hook, line, and sinker. And this is our 3rd year. And we've taken kids every year, and we're going to take them this year to nationals for our Anatomage tournament.
It's basically just a competition, and it, to me, is essentially like flashcards on this table. But it's a team of 4 students, and they learn different body systems, whether it be the cardiovascular, the nervous system, bones, muscles, you name it, they're learning it. Not only the name of whatever body structure it is, but its exact location. And so the tournaments, how they work, there's this virtually, so online tournaments, or we have actual, we can go to locations and do table. I've gone to nursing school and I don't even remember learning some of these structures. And so the students will be like, where's that at? And I'm like, look it up. And then you show me where it is.
I like how you can see like all the different layers and you can remove stuff. And that it's not just like, oh, well, here's what you have to do, and you can go deeper on a deeper level.
Coming through and learning about just the body in general, like, oh, what's hurting on me? I'm gonna go check the board to see what that looks like. It's just having the general knowledge of anatomy has just been useful with these boards. So
they have about 25 questions, and they have 5 minutes to answer all of these questions to get a score, and the highest scores can potentially qualify for the national tournament. Just this last year at the national tournament, they, Anatomage implemented what we call long format questions. So they're adding a physiology component into this test. So making it not just a memorization of a muscle, but okay, what does this muscle do? This muscle extends the forearm. And so they have to know the location and the name of that specific muscle or body structure, whatever it may be.
I would say I definitely value this the most. It really looks good to colleges. I'm looking to take anatomy next year in concurrent, so I think it's going to help me with that. It's really helped me just in health class. It's helped me learn like the medical terminology, and I would say it sets me pretty ahead in those classes. Just to be able to practice it in a timed setting, it really helps me know it well.
I think this table costs $60,000, and so we have 2 of them, and they are used every day. Probably every hour. And a lot of times when we leave in the afternoons, we have to run kids out of here because they're in here studying.